Everyone loves some inventions. It's always interesting to see what creativity some genius is putting out these days. And while some inventions go viral and you're asking yourself, why didn't I create that? Other inventions leave you scratching your head and asking, what happened that someone had to create such a thing? Well, we found some of those things that will either leave you laughing or searching online to buy. Entertain yourself and check out these 10 most weird inventions that you won't believe are real. Nose stylus. Though it might look silly, the finger nose can actually be pretty handy. British designer Dominic Wilcox created this beak-like stylus that allows smartphone users to have a relatively hands-free experience. The idea came to the designer after wanting to use his phone in the tub, but his wet hands just wouldn't do the trick. The adornment attached to Wilcox's head with elastic bands is 5 inches of plaster with a fixed stylus for poking, tweeting, or Facebooking. You've got to admit it looks like a really demented Pinocchio nose or a Venetian Nasone mask, like the one you see on the Plague Doctors. Wilcox doesn't take himself too seriously, so this product should be treated as more of an amusing art piece than a mass-market product. But if you really want to make someone laugh, show up at your next Halloween party wearing this while using your smartphone. PAL Facial Train. Facial Fitness PAL, which is made in Japan, is a device that tones facial muscles to improve your smiling and fight aging. This unique training tool is very simple to use, and all you have to do is hold the device in your mouth twice a day for at least 30 seconds each time. Facial Fitness PAL is made of rubber and has weighted wings. The mouthpiece allows you to engage your cheek and jaw muscles just by shaking your head up and down. Balancing weights embedded on both sides adjust to 3 different levels as you increase strength. Though it does look funny, many users swear that it really works and say that you can see the difference on your face lines after 7 days of continuous use. It took 4.5 years of product development for this Facial Fitness PAL to be launched. It's also an interesting thing to note that Cristiano Ronaldo recommends this product, so that might be worth it alone to check it out. Angel's Knee Pillow. Of the many possible solutions to the worldwide epidemic of pee splatter, few are as simultaneously awful and at the same time wonderful as the Angel's Knee Pillow. And that name is directly translated from Japanese. Why drag angels into this, you might ask? No one knows. It's a kneeler for urinating though, so it's best to probably not overthink it too much. If you're thinking to yourself that the split design of the knee pillow seems like too much work, then just being traditional is probably for you. This 2-piece apparatus costs 5,800 yen, which is about $59 US. The biggest challenge, of course, is consistent usage, lest your kneeler itself fall prey to splatter should someone opt to go number 1 the old-fashioned way. Chopstick Fan. You're ready to chow down on some hot ramen noodles, but you don't want to burn your mouth and tongue, plus you are too lazy and tired to blow on your noodles to cool them off. Okay, we get it. Life is tough and you need everything you can get at your disposal to make eating ramen more convenient. Well, don't worry. We found just for you a special chopstick fan that you can attach to your chopsticks to help cool the noodles before you eat them. With a simple invention, which to be fair looks a bit jerry-rigged, you can overcome these age-old problems of being unable to blow on hot noodles that plague noodlephiles. As an added bonus, if you are getting too hot while eating the ramen soup, just turn the fan up towards your face and enjoy a cool breeze. Mobile toilet paper. It's hard to know if this invention is real or not, but apparently it is, and someone really had a problem they needed to solve. Enter the mobile toilet paper. This is a headpiece that you wear. In fact, a toilet paper roll can be attached to it, which allows you to use the tissue anytime you want. If you're thinking to yourself, how is it possible that anyone would need such a device? This invention might be beneficial to people with flu because of its ability to provide you with tissues at any time you want. Though it might be convenient to have such a device, we're not sure how many people are willing to look like a cartoon for the sake of having toilet paper on their head. It might be a cool Halloween costume prop, provided that someone else dresses up as a toilet. Now there's a really cool idea. Pet Shower Curtain. The pet shower curtain with bubble boy arms lets you wash your dog and protects you from getting wet when your pet shakes themselves, as they always do. The Help 'em Wash pet shower curtain has 2 shoulder-length gloves that are integrated right into the shower curtain and is of course waterproof. The viewing area is completely clear so you can watch your pet closely while bathing them. You can wash your dog any time of year, no need to worry about the bad weather outside. This kind of silly invention works great if your dog needs a flea bath or if he or she gets sprayed by a skunk. Ice cream cone rotator. Are you tired of eating your ice cream the old-fashioned way? Then this is the invention for you. The inventor says that the old boring way is when ice cream is gradually consumed through repeated licking actions of the person's tongue. Yeah, that's too boring. Introducing the motorized ice cream cone, designed to delight any child or the inner child of any adult. To fire this thing up, just push the handy on and off switch on the side of the cone. Your ice cream will start spinning around on its own and you can eat it how you like. Although this is kind of a silly invention, it does give you a new way of eating an ice cream cone using your tongue to make cool designs. Just imagine the envy of your friends when you go out for an ice cream and pull this baby out. Snow protectors. Believe it or not, this is an old Canadian invention that was designed back in 1939. This plastic contraption offered protection for the face during heavy snowstorms and cold wind. In Dutch, these things have a name: plastic snee. Well, it might be better to just show you this word. As hard as that is to say, apparently, these things were also made with the idea of being aerodynamic with the super long pointed end. Simply point your mask in the direction through the blinding snowstorm that you want to go. We can probably see why this mask didn't make it to today's modern society. No one wants to run into each other wearing these things. Anti-rape disguise. 11 years ago in Japan, designer Aya Tsukioka invented what is called the anti-rape disguise that can be used as a form of protection for women. She reportedly took her cue from ancient ninjas who camouflaged themselves in black at night to be unseen, although we're not sure how that works into this, and created a skirt that doubled as a vending machine disguise. She also designed an emergency manhole bag, a flat purse that could be thrown on the ground to double as a sewer. Whether there would be time to get your kid out in an attack is probably something we would not want to test out, but the concept makes for one kick-ass gallery and some interesting props. Group shaving machine. What single act bonds men together more than sharing a few beers and watching a football game? We're glad you asked, because we've got the answer right here. The mass shaving machine was a 19th century invention which made it possible to shave a dozen men at the same time. The men are all required to sit in a line while the machine moves across their faces, shaving off the hair on their chins. However, the group shaving machine was actually a commercial failure. This was because it never got to alter its movement to match the different faces of men seeking a shave. Not to mention that you're trusting some machine to shave the hair off your face without shaving off your nose at the same time. Umbrella tie. Carrying an umbrella is not the most convenient thing in the world. In fact, you also kinda look a little strange toting one around when it's not raining. So in case it's one of those days where you're not sure if it's going to rain or not, but the weatherman told you it's going to rain, and it looks like you might need some rain protection, then strap on this handsome navy umbrella/tie with polka dots to stay stylish and dry at the same time. One of the most overused concepts in blogging about style is combining form and function, and we think this is really pushing the limit of that concept. But you never know when this kind of trend might go viral. Never-ending bubble wrap. Sadly, all good things must come to an end, and if you are one of those people that like to pop the bubbles on bubble wrap for whatever reason, the wrap is inevitably popped out, leaving you without a way to get sweet, fidgety relief. That is, unless you've got infinite bubble wrap in your pocket. Enter Japan's Mugen Puchi Puchi. Hold on to yourself because you won't believe this. It's a battery-powered keychain with a panel of 8 push buttons designed to simulate bubble packaging destruction. Since the keychain's buttons rebound, users can vent their frustration endlessly. Mugen Puchi Puchi roughly translates to infinite pop pop, and the toy has been an almost infinite success for the manufacturer, the Bandai Company, which sold 1 million of the little gizmos in the first 2 months after it was released in Japan.